Hello campers, and welcome back to Camp Indiana 2021. For this summer, we're still talking about Hoosier Hollywood squares and some famous Hoosiers. Today we're going to be talking about Ernie Pyle. Now Ernie Pyle, he became famous as a war correspondent during the Second World War. He was born in Vermilion County, Indiana to a family of farmers. However, the farming life never really struck him, and he did not want to continue to be a farmer and join in the family business. He ended up enrolling in Indiana University in 1919, wanting to be a journalist. He worked on several different student publications and became the editor-in-chief of the Indiana Summer Student, the summer publication at IU. He dropped out of school with a semester left to work at the Daily Herald in LaPorte, Indiana, up north. However, he was only there for a few months before taking a job in Washington, D.C. to join the staff of the Washington Daily News. In 1934, Pyle took an extended vacation from the paper to the western United States as he was recovering from the flu. Now, this extended vacation really introduced him to the style of reporting that he was become known for as human interest. While he was out west, he wrote a series of 11 articles about his trip and all of the people that he met, all of these human interest stories. However, in 1942, Pyle was back to reporting, and he ended up in Europe as a war correspondent. He spent time with the U.S. military in North Africa, Italy, and even the Normandy landings. While Pyle became friends with those in leadership roles, such as Dwight D. Eisenhower, who would later become president, he spent most of his time with the infantry because he says they were the underdogs. They're the most interesting people to talk to. He wrote stories about the men's everyday lives, while other people were writing just about the events of the war. Pyle was one of 28 war correspondents that were accompanying U.S. troops during the invasion of Normandy on D-Day. He was also there to witness the liberation of Paris in 1944. Now, after the liberation of Paris, he thought that he was going to get a nice little break, go home, spend some time in the U.S., before he was sent back out to the Pacific Theater as we continued on for World War II. However, that was not going to be the case. The paper ended up sending him straight to Guam to report on the naval action during the Battle of Okinawa. It was here that Pyle lost his life with a group of infantrymen on shore when he was hit by enemy fire. Pyle has been awarded the Pulitzer Prize and Honorary Doctor of Human Letters from Indiana University, and posthumously a Medal for Merit from the U.S. government and the Purple Heart. It's so interesting to go back and read some of the stories that Ernie Pyle wrote about some of the infantrymen and the regular soldiers that fought during World War II. Now, when I tried to think of an activity about Ernie Pyle, it was a little difficult. But the medium of the newspaper, you can do so much with a newspaper. You can read it. You can use it to swat flies. You can use it to do a whole bunch of paper mache. But we found these cute little crafts that you can do to create your own newspaper flowers. I have a couple of them. All you need is the daily newspaper. If you know someone that still gets that, some watercolor paints, buttons, and we actually used Christmas tree hooks to attach our buttons. Now what you want to do is you want to just paint a really pretty tie-dye design, and here I'll take this one apart to show you, a really pretty tie-dye design on your newspaper, and you just cut out different shapes and different sizes that look like flowers, and you attach them all with your button. I like to crinkle them up to make them look a little bit more like flower petals, and there you go. You can attach them to anything. I might wear one in my hair if it'll stick. Ta-da! So I'd love to see what kind of newspaper flowers you come up with, or can you think of another newspaper craft? I'd love to see what you create at our social media down right here below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!